Welcome, everyone. So, I'm covering this game. It was Prime Day, which was Thursday. This was the first game that was played. And you had the Minnesota Lynx, who are tops in the WNBA, going up against the Sparks in Los Angeles. So, Minnesota's been playing a lot of games, like since the Commissioner's Cup. And they have not, they are like fine, well oiled machine. It's surprising that they're not. They lost one game, but they have been playing really well. And the Sparks, the Sparks, they had a crappy second quarter. They let them get up by, let me see what the biggest lead was. Biggest lead, 27 points. And it was just, I don't know what it is. There's moments in time where the Sparks look like they don't care. Like they don't hustle for the ball, or they make not a stupid mistake, but like they can't hold on to the ball, or, they get the ball down low. This was like fitting for this game. The Sparks are coming back. This is the fourth quarter, so the Sparks are coming back. They're getting that lead down. They only lost by, what was it, 9? Yeah, they lost by 9 points. They were down by 27. 27. So the Sparks are coming back, and I don't know who the guard was. I think it was Plum. It was Plum or Alamon. And Azari Stevens is running down, and they have her. They give her the ball, but she gets it underneath the basket. So she has to lean back and misses the layup. And there's nobody there to help. There's no crash in the boards, in case she misses. 3 times in a row. And they missed. And then they hit a couple, Kelsey Plum hit Hamby on rolls, pick and rolls, or a cut to the basket. And they did get those later on after that. But just that sequence there, that could have got it down to 5 points. 5 or maybe even 4 points. And then they were just kind of and then I don't know. Because the Sparks should be better than their record. They should. They have really talented players. It's just, I don't know. And I got to shout out to Julie Van Loo. My main team is the Valkyries, and we were very sad that Julie Van Loo got waived. There's a big uproar about it, and the Sparks picked her up, and you can see why. She had 5 threes, and she pushes the ball up the floor. She's happy. She's energetic. She's a team player. She gave them quite a spark there. And I think she seems to be happy with Alamon, who was her Belgian teammate. So I'm happy for that. That seems like it's going to work out for her. And I, for one, am going to be cheering her on even when they play the Valkyries, I'm still going to be cheering her on. I'm not going to cheer the Sparks. I don't want the Sparks to beat us. But, the Sparks are, what is the record? 6-14. That's just, I don't know. They should be better than this. 22 turnovers. That second quarter was a nightmare. I'm pretty sure it was the second quarter, or it was early third quarter. Oh, it looks like it was the third quarter looking at the points. Well, actually both. Because going by quarters, LA was up 26-22 in the first quarter. Then the second quarter, Minnesota outscored them 28-14. And then the third quarter was 30-19. And then LA came back in the fourth, 23-11. And they closed it, but they could have gotten it down to even. But they're not connecting with each other. Or they give up. Not totally, but just you see it on plays where it's just it's not that intensity all the time. But, you're going up against Minnesota and, for like they had a 27-point lead and they only shot 27% from three. This was not from three. Minnesota outscored them 44-30 points in the paint. And look at the bigs that the Sparks have. They should be outscoring almost anybody except for maybe Atlanta with points in the paint. But you look at the turnovers. Minnesota only had 10. They had 20. The Sparks had 22. There's a 10-point lead off points off turnovers, 23-13. So Minnesota, you had Collier with 17 points, Alana Smith with 15, Kayla McBride. I don't know what's going on with Kayla McBride. Look at 1 for 9 from 3, 2 for 11 overall. She is in a shooting slump. I can't remember the last time she actually made some threes. Carlton had 4. Courtney Williams had 16. She is steady Eddie. Courtney Williams has that mid-range pull-up jump shot that's just phenomenal. It seems like she never misses. I mean, she does, but she shot 43% from the floor. She was 2 for 6 from 3, 33%. 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. And then you had, I'm looking at the steals. McBride had 2 steals. Alana Smith had 2 steals. Nafisha Collier had 2 steals. Carlton had 1. Heidemann had 1. Diamond Miller had 1. And Kundalikova had 1. That's all their turnovers for LA. They just stole the ball from them. It was like they weren't holding on to the ball. They weren't... I don't know. It's like hit and miss, on and off. Like there's a switch that goes on and off where they're playing really hard and then they don't. And then they're playing really hard and then they don't. It's too bad. Maybe Van Loo can bring some of what they have at the Valkyries for just put your foot on the gas and go the whole game kind of thing. But, we'll see. The Valkyries have had a couple games where they just didn't have it either. So, but you don't see that hit and miss, in between plays, it was evident there. So, scoring for the Sparks, you had Rakia Jackson. She had a good game. She shot 40% from the floor, 14 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. She had 3 turnovers. Dearica Hamby, she was one of the ones that was doing that on and off thing. And she'll get frustrated and then just foul somebody. She had 5 fouls, 12 points. I don't know. She is just not playing like I've been used to seeing her play. It would help LA a lot if she picks up her game. But, who knows? Sometimes things are happening that you just don't know about. And I don't know. She had 4 turnovers, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. So then Azurá Stevens only had 6 points. That's just, she is 6'6". Get her the ball. 10 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 1 assist. She shot 37% from the floor. When you figure most of her shots are, she took 3 threes and didn't make any. She's actually a good 3-point shooter. So Kelsey Plum, good game for Plum. She was forcing it a little at the end, but overall good game. 17 points. She had 12 assists, 5 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 rebounds. Julie Alleman had 7 points. She was 3 for 5. She didn't shoot very much, but she had 4 assists and 2 rebounds. Mercedes Russell, 2 points. Emma Cannon had 7. And then Julie Van Loo had 15 points. Good for her. 5 for 7. So she only missed 2 3-point shots. That's the only thing she took. She just took 3-point shots, made 5 of them. Good for you, girl. I'm rooting for you. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers. Ray Burrell, 2 points. I think they were just kind of weaning her in after she'd got hurt first thing in the beginning of the year, first game, matter of fact. So the Sparks actually outshot them The Sparks were 50% from the floor, 48% from three, and Minnesota was 47% from the floor and 27% from three, and they still won. And they were still up by all those points. Let's see. Rebounds were 31 to 32, so those were even. Assists 24 to 28. The big thing was the turnovers. Turnovers and steals. Minnesota had 13 steals, and LA had 7. So, okay, well that's it for the Thursday Prime Video games, and good game for Julie Van Loo. We'll be wishing her well, and hope the Sparks figure it out, because they should be better than they are. They need to figure out a way where they're on all the time instead of just taking plays off, and they look frustrated when they're doing that. So, but Minnesota is just this well-oiled machine, and they just keep going. Like it doesn't matter who they play. Just doot. It's funny. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this one, and we'll see you next time.